So in this video, I'll be teaching you how to set up your offline CBT on your learning space right on Cloudnotte. I'll have to start from the scratch, and what I mean by starting from the scratch is taking you back to how to set up your exams. Yes, down to downloading the software and setting up your offline. Okay, so this is going to be a comprehensive video of all the steps that you should take. Okay, so let's get right into it. And setting up my exam, I have to go to my computer-based test offline CBT, which is already created for me. The exam group has been created for me. If you're still confused on how to create exam groups, there is a video already made for that. So I have to click on my exam group and select the class that I want to set up the exam for. As you can see here, we have no exam set up already. So I have to click this button to set up my exam, select the subject that I want to set it up for. I'm going to click on proceed, and right here we have the subject here. So I'm going to pick the questions that I want. The questions are already on my question bank. Right here we have 19 questions, and all of these 19 questions are for this term. So I'll be selecting all of them, and here you notice we have 3 theories here. So I'm going to click and I'm going to allocate marks to those theory questions. If you don't allocate marks to those theory questions, it won't let you pass this process. So I'm going to put 5 marks here. Since I have 3 theory questions, I'm going to be making them 10. So I'm going to be having 3 here, and I'm going to be having 2 here. Okay, so once I'm done, I have to click on this button to continue. And right here, I'm going to be putting my total marks objectives, which I'm going to be putting 19. And here we already have our theory marks already allocated to us. We have 10 there already. So I'm going to be picking my start date. I'm going to be backdating it. Then next, I'm going to put my end date. When is this exam supposed to end? So I'm going to be putting the next day. Duration, since this is a test run, I'm going to be putting 15 minutes. So I can choose to put my exam pin if I want. So I'm putting the exam pin. So this is my exam pin. And once I'm done, all I have to do is to click on create. Remember, we set up this exam using our data. That means there have to be an active data, because all of these things is being done online. Don't worry, I'm going to show you the next step, which is offline. So once I'm done with this now, all I have to do now is to click on this more, because I want to make this exam offline. I want them to write it offline, so I have to click on this button. There's so many other buttons that you can explore here. You can just choose to click them if you want. Make sure you read the instructions first. So once I'm done, all I have to do is to click on update. Now, the next step for me is to download my offline CBT software, which the link is being attached to this video. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, just click the link and download the software. So right here, I've been able to download my Cloudnotte offline CBT software. So all I need to do is to double click on it and install the software. Right here, my software has been installed successfully. So all I have to do now is to click on online login, because we want to first log in online before we move our question to offline. So right here, I'm going to put my user ID, and I'm going to be putting my password. So I have successfully logged in. Next, I'm going to be clicking on my learning space. So I have to go to my online CBT, select the offline group, exam group in which I set that question, select the class and click on proceed. So right here we have the exam that we set up online. So what I'm going to do now is to move this exam to our offline CBT. I'm going to move this exam to the offline CBT. So how do I do that? All I need to do is to click on my download button here, and automatically it will move that exam to our offline. So let's cross check if it's there. Now our exam setup is now offline. It's now offline. So at this point now, we can now go offline. But first, there's something that I want to show you. There's something I want to teach you. all the systems that you're going to be using for your exams, all the systems, both phones, devices, everything that you're going to be using to write this exam needs to be connected to one Wi-Fi, needs to be connected to one network, and that network doesn't need to have data in it. It's just for all the systems to be connected to just that. This is an image of how the system should be connected. This now is the system that we have used to set up our exam. This is a system that we've used to download our software and we've set up our exams. So all these other systems need to be connected to this system using the Wi-Fi. Now I have to go offline and connect my system to the other systems and connect my system to the network which other systems is being connected to. Now this is the network that my system is connected to, and this network has an active data in it, and this is the network that we have been using to set up the exam, to log in on our app. And now we want to move to the network that other systems will be connected to. We want to switch to that network, and all I need to do now is to search for that network. Like I said, that network mustn't have an active data. Click on the network. This is the network we'll be using now, and this is the network that every other system should be connected to. This is the network that every other system should be connected to. So once I'm done here, all I need to do now is to close this app and open it again. Now, remember the last time that we logged in, we used this online button to log in. But now that we don't have an active data, all we need to do is to use the offline method to log in. And the offline method only needs your ID. So I'm only going to be putting my ID here, and I'm going to be clicking login. So now we are officially in. This is offline. So everything we're doing now, we are not using an active data for it. Now let's check. I have to click on this online and verify if I'm offline. As you can see here, is indicating that I'm offline. That means there is no active data on it. So I can also cross check here if my offline exam is still active. Yes, my offline exam is still active. Now the next step that I want you to pay attention to is this IP address here. We have two IP addresses here, and we are going to be using this IP address to log in to other systems. So all we need to do now is to type in this IP address in the other system. Make sure that that system is connected to the same Wi-Fi as the system running the software. Make sure that other systems are connected to the same Wi-Fi as the system. So all we need to do now is to type in this IP address on the search bar on the other system and start the exam. So let's do that right away. So all I'm doing now is to type in the same IP address as the one on the server, as the one on the system that we are using. I need to always cross-check the IP address. If it's correct, the IP address must be correct. So once I'm done filling in the IP address, all I need to do is to hit my enter button. All I need to do now is to input student ID right here and click on login. And this is how it looks like. So we are in. So with this now, we can now write the exam. So let's click on continue. And remember, we set a pin while setting the exam. So I have to input that pin and click on proceed. Right now we are writing this exam offline. This exam is strictly offline. So let's just go ahead and answer a few questions, then submit. Then we go back to the system and continue the lesson. Now that we are done with the exams, all we need to do now is to check for submission. We want to check for those students that has written the exam, those students that has submitted the exam, their responses, and all we need to do now is to upload those responses online. Remember, we are working offline. We need to upload their scores online. We need to upload it back online. So how do we do that? We have to go back to our offline and select the exams that we have just written, which is this. And all we need to do now is to check the submission. We're going to select the subject, and this is the submission. This is the only child that has written this exam. Now we want to upload this score back online. All we need to do now is to go back online. All we need to do now is to use an active data to go online. So this is what we do. We are going to now switch our data to the Wi-Fi that has an active data. This is the data that all my systems are connected to that has no internet in it, no active data in it. Now that I want to upload my scores, all I have to do is to use an active data. I have to connect my system to an active data. And for this, I'm going to be using this network. All I have to do is either I close the software or I click on this refresh button. And now I have to log in back online. So I have to click login online. Input my informations, input my user ID and password. And click login. Then I have to go to my offline CBT, select the exams that they just finished writing, and click on this upload button. So what this upload button does is that it takes the exam, it takes the submission that they have done offline to the online. Now I can now view the submission of that exam they just finished writing online. Remember, this exam was taken offline, but now I can view it online. Now, this is how you set up your offline exam on your learning space right on Cloudnote. If you have any other question, all you need to do is to drop it on the comment section. Sometimes there are issues that we might face. Issues like the IP address is not functioning. When we copy the IP address to the next system or to the other systems, it doesn't load up. We tend not to see the exam, but I want you to pay attention to the IP address because this IP address changes. Okay, next time when I'm coming in to log in here, this might not be the same IP address that I will be seeing. So I want you to take note of that. Make sure that you pay attention to the IP address. And another thing that I want you to know is that whenever you're having any issue, all you need to do is to close the software and open it up again. So for now, this is all that I have to show you. See you in the next video. Thank you.